How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you might notice, the scenery is definitely different. Monday, a tornado hit my house/property. Everyone is safe, but the property is damaged a lot. I still don't have power back. I still obviously don't have internet back. I was just able to actually leave the house and I had to one with power and internet where I brought my computer. So that's why this all looks very different. But the Packers still practice today, a joint practice against the Cincinnati Bengals, and I am determined to give you guys those practice highlights. So in today's video, I have highlights from that practice, which they also allowed recording in 7v7 sessions, which is awesome to react to and break down for you guys. If you're a new viewer here, this is not normally what it looks like, so if the quality is a little bit down, I apologize, but I post Packers content almost every single day, including Packers practice highlights, recap, and then of course going into preseason games and the regular season, there will be Packers content here almost every single day, everything Green Bay Packers. If that does interest you, go down and click the subscribe button. All right, so without further ado, let's bring up the highlight screen. And before we get into the 7v7 clips, I just want to show a couple clips I have from the beginning of practice to talk about them. So this one is Josiah DeGuara getting ready to warm up for practice. And this is important because DeGuara, I think, has been out since family night. He had a calf injury. He was out on Monday. So the Packers, I don't believe, practiced yesterday, but obviously are practicing today, and he is already back. So I think he only missed 1 day of practice with that calf injury. It's going to be important to get Josiah DeGuara back on the field, you know, based on what the Packers want to do with him. I know he was listed as the starting fullback on the unofficial depth charts, so interesting to see that. I still think they're going to use him in a multitude of different ways at, you know, inline tight end, out wide at sometimes, but right now it seems like Luke Musgrave is that main, you know, number one tight end, and DeGuara is still going to be that H-back, but nice to see him only miss 1 day with that calf injury. Another player that is still practicing is Rashawn Gary, and man, 9 months and 2 days. And look how fast he is moving. It's just ridiculous. Awesome scene as well. Paul Brown Stadium in the background. Just went to that stadium, I think, a couple of years ago. It was a nice, really nice stadium. So again, just insane to see Rashawn Gary moving like this. He returned to practice Monday. I think he's still just limited to individual drills. But even just seeing this, you know, is such a shock. Like, everyone knows how impressive Rashawn Gary is. But I don't think we'd be sitting here going after 9 months of a torn ACL thinking, okay, he should be moving like this, because this is an awesome advancement, and it really looks like there's a high possibility that Rashawn Gary could play week 1 bearing any setbacks. So hopefully he doesn't have any setbacks like we've been used to seeing with, you know, David Bakhtiari and all that, and maybe can play 40% of snaps week 1 against the Bears. I think that would be, you know, obviously tremendous to get him back week 1. Would take a lot of pressure off those rotational guys, LVN, Justin Holland, and Enigbare as well. So we'll see how it keeps going, but so far looks really good. Here we have a clip of Jordan Love throwing a quick slant to Romeo Doubs after like a play action drill. You'd like to see Jordan Love kind of fire that ball out quicker right off the top of his drop there. It looks like, you know, kind of a couple steps too late there, but nonetheless, nice route by Romeo Doubs. Nice drop of the hips, breaking into that slant route. Jordan Love on Monday found Doubs on a slant touchdown in the red zone period. I actually just released a video going over Jordan Love's red zone clips from Monday's practice. So if you want to watch that, just click the link right above. But nice to see them continue to get this connection here. In this clip, we have Jordan Love throwing to tight end Tucker Kraft on a stop route. I'm assuming Tucker Kraft will be used in short to intermediate passing downs and passing plays a lot this year. Out of the inline position, whether that's a quick crosser, a drag, a quick stop route such as this, Tucker Kraft is still a big threat in the passing game. I've said this time and time again, he's not only a blocking tight end, he is good at that, and he's looked really good in that so far, especially on family night, but both these tight ends have been super impressive, and I'm just so excited to finally see them with the pads on against a real defense this Friday against the Bengals. Here we have a clip of Jordan Love throwing a corner route to tight end / wide receiver Andre Miller. I think they signed him early last week. He was with the Giants and then waived, but he was a wide receiver converted tight end. So I think he's back to wide receiver for the Packers. Definitely a bigger body type of wide receiver. This is really the first clip we've seen of him since signing here. Nice throw by Jordan Love right on target. And then Andre Miller catching it and kind of tight roping it up the sideline. All right, so now we have some footage during 7v7s. This is basically, you know, wide receivers and tight ends versus defensive backs and linebackers, and no offensive line. So on this play, we're going to see Jordan Love fire a quick slant to Jaden Reed up the middle, out of the slot. And this is exactly how Jayden Reed is going to be used, whether it's a 3rd and 5, a 2nd and 7, something of that sort. Jayden Reed is going to be coming out of the slot and be utilized over the middle of the field. And I'm glad to see Jordan Love look his way right away and fire that ball in, no hesitation, to Jayden Reed, who makes a really nice catch here and secures that football and gets upfield. Obviously would have been tackled right there, but if it's, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, that's a first down. And I do believe Jordan Love and Jayden Reed will start to build this connection as the season goes on, and he'll become one of his primary targets in downs of need, like 3rd and 5, like I said. So really awesome to see Jayden Reed being utilized in the slot here, and on Monday in red zone portions was used out of the backfield where he was against linebackers. So, just so much reminds me of prime Randall Cobb, and I know that's definitely an overstatement because we haven't even seen him play an NFL snap yet, but the sky is the limit for Jayden Reed, and he has so much potential, and I'm so excited to see what he can do in this offense. In this clip, we have Christian Watson running a crosser, and the Bengals are in a zone here, and they have a linebacker. I don't know who number 59 is. Someone let me know down in the comments below. A linebacker covering Christian Watson. If the Packers are in any situation this offense where Christian Watson is being covered by a linebacker, you throw him the ball no matter what. So nice to see Jordan Love really see this. Nice little sidearm throw there right out in front of Watson. He didn't have to wait up for it. It was right in stride, and Watson would have turned that up the sideline past this linebacker. So yeah, anytime there's a type of mismatch like this, whether it be Watson or Reed out of the backfield, it's nice to see Jordan Love diagnosing that and throwing the ball to that spot. Here we have a clip of Jordan Love firing a quick curl to Luke Musgrave across the middle. Another player that's been extremely impressive. And we were all kind of waiting after OTAs and minicamp and even the first portion of training camp is when the pads come on for Luke Musgrave. Is he going to be, still dynamic in terms of, big body target and then still as fast as he looked during OTAs? Yes, he has definitely been that. He's been super impressive all of training camp. He's really taken that number 1 tight end role and ran with it, because I think he will be the number 1 tight end to start the season, and the Packers are going to be able to use him in so many different ways, deep across the middle, up the seam, mismatch against linebackers. He basically is a wide receiver in a tight end's body. So I'm really excited for Luke Musgrave, and I know a lot of people are as well. I think the Packers might have struck gold here in the second round, and again, very optimistic on him. Obviously, he hasn't played it down yet. Just want to see him finally get the pads on in a real game situation this Friday against the Bengals. And on this play, we have a beautiful pass from Jordan Love deep down the right sideline to Romeo Doubs here. So let's let this play out. We see Jordan Love climb the pocket, go off that back foot really nice, and fire a ball. A perfect pass past DJ Turner, the Bengals cornerback there, who was having a great day of practice up until this point. Here it is again. You can see Jordan Love out of shotgun, climb that pocket, step off that back foot, and a really nicely thrown ball. Tight spiral, didn't loft it out there too much, and we didn't see Romeo Doubs have to slow up or a little bit of an overthrown ball here. This was a perfect 9-round by Doubs and a perfect throw by Love. So those are all the clips I have from day 9 of Packers training camp, their first joint practice against the Cincinnati Bengals ahead of their first preseason game this Friday. It's been now 3 weeks. I'm just so ready to finally see them in action against a 100% defense, because in practices, you can only take so much from it. It's not really live tackling. They're not supposed to sack the quarterback, so on plays where he likely would have been sacked, it ends up being a completion. So that happens a lot. Super ready to see this Friday. I believe Matt LaFleur said he expects the starting offense to go out there. Jordan Love. I don't expect Bakhtiari and Jenkins to be out there, but everyone else, maybe minus Aaron Jones, I think will be out there for preseason. I think they should give Jordan Love at least a quarter, maybe even the whole first half. I think he needs plenty of snaps this preseason to kind of get into that groove of being the starting quarterback of the Green Bay Packers going into week 1 against the Bears. It shouldn't just be all thrown on him right away during the Bears game. He needs to start getting these snaps against a real live defense in all 3 of these preseason games. So hopefully Matt LaFleur and the Packers front office plays him in these games. But I appreciate everyone watching. I'm doing my best to still get you guys content out here. Still no real word of when my power is going to come back, when my internet's going to come back. Definitely the worst storm I've been a part of in my 27 years living in Pennsylvania. We normally don't get things like that. So it was pretty wild to see, but luckily everyone is safe around me and my family and around my house as well. It's just a lot of damage that we're going to have to deal with, and hopefully I can get my power back here soon to get back to my old setup. But nonetheless, I appreciate everyone still watching. If you could leave a like down below, but I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Pack Go.